Welcome, Governor-elect John.
Hello, John.
So, hello all. Welcome. Welcome to this first Polio Talk gathering. I'm very happy that there is a lot of us, and I'm very happy that there are a lot of participants from our zone, but also from all parts of the world. As I can see, there is a lot of people from almost all parts of the world. Thank you and welcome. First of all, I want to thank Director Daniel for having time to be with us today and preparing this presentation. Also, I want to thank the past Rotary International Director, directors, coordinators, assistant coordinators in our zone, in all other zones, for being here. And also, I want to thank to my colleagues and Polio Now coordinators from different zones for being here today. Thank you to all district governors, past district governors-elect, district governors nominee, Rotary Club presidents, past presidents, and all Rotarians that are together with us this evening. This is a very important topic, and I think that in next several months we will have opportunity to discuss different angles of this topic with all senior leaders, with experienced Rotarians all around the world, polio survivors, and all Rotary friends and friends of Rotary that can help us understanding and supporting our goal fighting of polio. At the very beginning, from July 1st, I started a position of Polio Now coordinator for Zone 21B, Region 25. And some of you I had the opportunity to meet at our philanthropy seminar, training seminar in Evanston. Some of you I know from different international events. And I hope that I will help you and help Rotary International in the process of awareness building, in the process of fundraising, and in the global process of fighting polio. This series of events, Polio Talks, are one way of awareness building and better understanding of the importance of the global goal of Rotary International. I'm here just underlining some of the important words of Rotary International President Stephanie Urchik about the importance of our fighting the polio, about the vaccination process, about immunization, awareness building, and about the problems and the challenges that we are having in some parts of the world with polio. Later on, we will see some additional issues and situations that we have around the world. And we have also representatives from Pakistan that can share with us some up-to-date information. This is a quick summary of our agenda tonight, and the most important part of the event is, of course, presentation of our Rotary International Director, Daniel, about the importance of End Polio Now, and also our discussion. It's very important. The idea is that we are closing this event in 1 hour. I will present our director, Daniel, with a short bio. So I will read it to you and after that, we will give a floor to Rotary International Director Daniel. Daniel Tanase is managing partner of Assist Software, a research and software development company with 380 employees he co-founded in 1992. The company specializes in outsourced projects, including developing mobile and web-based custom business applications for e-commerce, security, health, and gaming. In 2016, the Romanian Chamber of Commerce ranked Assist Software as the top information technology research and development firm in Romania. A graduate of University of Bucharest, the Physics of Nuclear Reactors faculty. So this is a good topic for additional lecture, Daniel. Daniel earned his Master's of Science in Civil and Environmental Engineering. He holds a Master in Business Administration from the Open University in the UK. Daniel joined Rotary in 2002 and as a charter member of his club. He has served Rotary International as a district governor in 2015-16, assistant Rotary coordinator, chair of the Rotary Institute in Bucharest last year, and 7 times as an Rotary International president's representative. Passionate about training, he has served as a training leader or general trainer at governors-elect training seminars and Rotary Institute's events and international assemblies. He is also a member of Rotary International of DEI Advisory Council and Participant Experience Committee. Daniel co-founded the Assist Humanitarian Foundation, an NGO dedicated to humanitarian causes that has collaborated with Rotary on disease prevention projects and received a certificate of appreciation from the Rotary Foundation. Previously, he also serves on the board of the Bijdorp Romanian Association, a daycare facility for children with severe disabilities. He enjoys climbing, hiking, and skiing in the Romanian Carpat Mountains and Alps, and playing the board game Go. He has also authored books about management, a collection of short inspiring stories, and a Rotary pocket handbook he distributes at events. Daniel is a recipient of Rotary International Service Above Self. He and his spouse, Marlena, support the Rotary Foundation as a major donor. So that's our speaker this evening. Daniel, thank you very much once again for your time, and the floor is yours. I will stop sharing.
Thank you so much, Nicola, for this very kind introduction, and I'm very glad to see all of you here. I think most of you already know me. We participated together in many events. I'm so happy to have other senior leaders in the room, and I saw earlier past director Caterina Kotsali-Papadimitrou. Maybe there are others too. I see many governors, incoming governors, past district governors, and good friends, coordinators, and maybe more important, many Rotarians who are more experienced than me in the End Polio Now topic. So this makes it challenging, and I asked Nicola before why I am the speaker, because there will be so many others who are much more involved in End Polio. And Nicola said, you just have to do the warming up. And after that, it's going to be a very interesting discussion, because I can feel that it's going to be interesting. I know many of you. We have here two coordinators from Pakistan. And I saw Saeed. He's a very active figure in our events in Zone 21, even if he's from Pakistan. And in Pakistan, as we know, it's a very important front line of our fight against polio. Now, because the time is limited and Nicola gave me only 10 to 12 minutes for that, I will share a few slides with your permission. And the scope of going through these slides is only to remember some important milestones of our project to end polio, and discussing a few major aspects and the recent evolutions of this project. So first, some facts about the role of Rotary in the polio eradication. As we know, we are not alone in this fight. And first is the World Health Organization, WHO. And WHO is the one who coordinates the major strategic planning, management, and administration processes of the so-called Global Polio Eradication Initiative. So this is the most powerful partnership that we have now in the world, the Global Polio Eradication Initiative. Rotary is part of it, and this is coordinated by WHO. The second mentioned on the official page of the Global Polio Eradication Initiative is Rotary International. And we know very well that through its Polio Plus program, established back in 1985, Rotary was the first to have the vision of a polio-free world. We fundraise for end polio, we donate money, we bring volunteers, and we are a major player of this Global Polio Eradication Initiative. Then we have the CDS. This is the US Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. And CDS works to protect people from medical field by conducting critical scientific research and supplying health information. CDS also provides the scientific and technical expertise that is needed. Then we have the United Nations Children's Fund, the UNICEF, who procures and distributes polio vaccines for supplementary immunizations. And it basically supports mostly the countries where the implementation must be intensified. We have the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. We know very well because Rotary has a very special partnership with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. This foundation is a major supporter of the Global Polio Eradication Initiative, contributing technical and financial to accelerate vaccination campaigns, community mobilization, and immunizations. And the last one, but also important, is GAVI, or the Vaccine Alliance, which is a public-private partnership and it's as well committing to saving children's lives and protecting people's health. He contributes mostly with procuring vaccines in lower income countries. So we are not alone. This is the most important partnership, and Rotary is a major player in this partnership. A few words about the impact of polio. We all know what polio is, but if we talk about impact, we may go back to 1985 or 1988, when there were 125 polio endemic countries, and we had 350,000 cases per year. In other words, at every 3 years, more than 1 million people, mostly children, were infected with this virus, and an important percentage were paralyzed or died because of this infection. The impact of the virus is much lower now in 2023 and 2024 now. We have only 2 polio endemic countries. Last year, we had 12 cases, not 8 as is written here, but 12 cases. Unfortunately, there are more cases this year. We will see what I'm talking about. Some milestones along Rotary's involvement in eradicating polio. So in 1985, Rotary International launched Polio Plus program. If we go back in 1979, we know that Rotary conducted immunization campaign in Philippines, but the Polio Plus was established in 1985. And this was the first and largest private sector program that was launched. And the initial target was to raise $120 million to support the program. Then in 1988, together with the WHO, Rotary established the Global Polio Eradication Initiative. I talked about it before. In 1994, polio was eliminated from the North and South American continents. In 1995, health workers and volunteers immunized 165 million children in China and India in only 1 week. This tells something about the mobilization. In 2000, 550 million people received the oral polio vaccine. And the Western Pacific region, spanning from Australia to China, was declared polio-free zone. In 2003, the Rotary Foundation raised nearly $120 million in 12 months. And its total contribution exceeded $500 million. At the time, only 6 countries remained polio pandemic. It was Afghanistan, Egypt, India, Nigeria, and Pakistan. Then only 3 years later, the number of polio endemic countries decreased to 4. In 2009, Rotary's total contribution to eradication effort approached $800 million. And in January, the partnership with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation began. In 2014, India goes 3 full years without a new case of polio. It was a great victory because at the time, many people considered that polio couldn't be eradicated in India. It was a great victory, as I said. And then in 2020, the WHO certified Africa as a polio-free continent. These were great achievements of Rotary, and behind them, it's a great effort that Rotary International and its partner done. What about the last 3 years? So in 2020, we had 140 cases, but in 2021, 2022, and 2023, the number of infections with the wild polio virus was significantly lower and had values between, let's say, 12 cases and 30 cases. Probably this year, we will have more than 30 cases, but let's hope we will succeed to keep it under 40 by the end of the year. There is more to say about it. So if we look to this map, we can see some red points here. These are the 2 endemic countries, Pakistan and Afghanistan. Last year, as I said, we had only 12 cases. This report is from July this year. There were 25 cases, 14 in Pakistan and 11 in Afghanistan. But now there are 27 or so. It increased with 2 more cases. But then we have here a list in yellow and green with the circulating vaccine-derived polio virus. And we had so far more than 200 cases in total of the circulating vaccine-derived polio virus. This shows us the exact numbers. So in 2023, we had more than 500 cases of the circulating vaccine-derived polio virus. So not the wild virus, but this one. And in 2024, we have, as of 6th of August, 139 compared to 205 in the same period last year. So what we can conclude is that we need to stay focused. I don't know if you heard this news about 1 week ago. We had, after more than 20 years, a new case in Gaza. But this case is circulated vaccine-derived virus. It's true. And until the polio is eradicated, we can see viruses and infections everywhere. Last year, we mentioned we had 12 cases of wild polio virus in only 2 countries, Afghanistan and Pakistan. But the cases of the circulated vaccine-derived virus, polio virus, were in more than 40 countries, other 40 countries, most of them in Africa. And polio now, ending polio, eradicating this virus, stays as the Rotary Global first priority. It's our first external priority, as we said, and at the level of our Zone 21, and I talk about Zone 21 because it's organized by Nicola, but of course we had these resources in other regions and zones. We had our polio now coordinators, Nicola Bozic, which is new, Barnhart, who is a veteran of polio in our zone, and Daniel Josic. So they are valuable resources that can be accessed by our Rotarians. That was all from my side. Thank you so much. I will stop sharing and hand over to Nicola.
Thank you, Director Daniel. Thank you very much. It's always important to remember every historical aspects of our continuous fight against polio, because it's 35 years of fighting, and it's important to have in mind all of this. And this news in last 1 or 2 years that's happening all around the world are reminding as a necessity for us to keep going and to do the final steps. Before we go to the discussion aspects, I will ask Bane, Rotary Coordinator Bane, and Institute Chair, Belgrade Institute Chair Bane, to join us, if it's possible, and just to present the Belgrade Institute in October.
Of
course. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Good evening, dear friends. Nice to see you all. After this nice talk about end polio, I will try just to switch to another topic. As you might know, in the beginning of October in Belgrade, we will have biggest Rotary event in this part of the world. We hope that we will host more than 300 Rotarians on Zone Institute. We will have a lot of distinguished Rotarians, and above all, RI President Stephanie Určik and the representative of Foundation, past RI President Jennifer Jones. And of course, a lot of other interesting speakers to cover a lot of interesting Rotary topics. So I use this opportunity to invite you to join us, to be our guests, to meet Belgrade, to meet Serbia and Montenegro in our district, and to share your Rotary knowledge with friends from all around our big and beautiful zone. As you might know, our zone is one of the biggest in the world, and this is a very nice opportunity to meet a lot of people of different languages, different religions, different rules, different nations, and this is the good way to start communication, to start cooperation and common projects. So again, I'm inviting you on behalf of our organizing committee and on behalf of Chair, our Daniel, Convener Daniel Tanase. Come and join us on first week in October in Belgrade. And I ask Nicola, if possible, to share Institute webpage on your chat so you can go and register. Welcome to Belgrade.
Thank you, Rotary Coordinator Bane. Thank you very much. And now the interesting part of the discussion, and I will ask Peter, because I know that he is in hurry. Peter, please share your thoughts with us.
Okay. Good evening once again. Sorry to say, I have my governor meeting afterward. My remarks are that what Rotary did in the past is worth for winning the Nobel Prize. We did a lot, and it's a great project. But I told this 15 years ago, we will never see a completely polio-free world. Yeah, that means we need more and comprehensive approach. We need access to clean water. We need family planning. We need a data system, a valid data system. For example, in November, we looked for wild polio virus infections in Nigeria in an area around 100 square kilometers around, and we saw 3 suspect wild virus polio cases. So what we need is a valid data collection. Yeah, that just when you do not report a case, that doesn't automatically mean that the case doesn't exist. You know, that is what I also tell my Rotarian friends when I have my governor meetings. We need a comprehensive approach. When we do not do this, we will never win the fight against polio. Yeah, never, ever. Yeah, and so we must go further on. That this is very, very important. If we do not go further on with collecting money, the cases will increase dramatically. Yeah, worldwide. We see that. Yeah, not only wild virus, but also the vaccine derivatives. So my suggestion is we must go further on with a open-minded discussion how we can spread our activities. Yeah, and we must go further on, because if we stop now, and when I go to the governor meetings, I always hear, oh, don't tell me something about polio. We did a lot in the past, and sometimes we must end because we will never see a polio-free world. We must go further on. That is very important, but Rotary International must support also the district and the zone to make a comprehensive approach, including clean water, access to clean water, including family planning, including a valid data recording, and including also access to healthcare. Yeah, that is my let me say, my presentation, my short presentation.
Thank you, Peter. Thank you, Peter, very much. Thank you very much.
Okay.
I'm giving floor to End Polio Now coordinator Saeed.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
From Pakistan, from the front of our fight. So, Saeed, please share with us current situation.
Thank you very much, Nicola, for inviting me today for this wonderful meeting. And I really thankful to my friend and my classmate, Daniel, director, for mentioning me all the time during all the speeches. And I really enjoyed his company many times during different Rotary International events. So it's a really wonderful today's meeting. I have seen the presentation, and really it's our duty is to create awareness and to ask our Rotary friends to raise funds for polio eradication program. So recently, it's very unfortunate that in Pakistan, we have almost 16 cases reported till today. And this is, very serious situation because of the sewerage samples in almost 64 districts are positive. So we are basically, as a Rotarian, working very hard with the government, and also we are working with the communities and health departments and providing facility, any facility they want in the local level or at the national level. I'm also the member of National Polio Plus Committee, working since last 15 years with the National Polio Plus Committee, and we have made many programs over here, awareness walks. You can say we are also put up some transit posts over there in the provinces, so that any entry exit points of the different provinces which are in the high risk areas, they can be vaccinated on the roads by the health teams over there. I would request everyone that please continue donating to Rotary Foundation for the polio fund, because if Pakistan and Afghanistan is not free from polio, it is always threat to the whole world. So we have to save our future generation from polio eradication, polio virus, and let's join hand together to eradicate polio from the world and both the countries. Thank you.
Thank you, Said. Next, Assistant Rotary Coordinator, Zone 21B, Hakan. You raised your hand. Okay. Marie? Just unmute yourself, please.
Nicholas, excuse me, I raised my hand first, but you did not see my name.
Sorry. Let's have Marie first and then you, okay?
Doesn't matter. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Good evening, everybody. My intervention consists in saying that Africa, as you know, Africa is certified from polio eradication 4 years ago on 25 August, just 4 days ago. And we unfortunately have many polio. We have, how do you say, from vaccine. We have a virus from vaccine.
Okay.
But the most important for us, for Rotarian, is to contact the Ministry of Health, to contact the high authorities of our country, and to tell them that polio is not finished. That our fight against polio is not finished. We must prioritize polio eradication. You know, we unfortunately we have several diseases. We have malaria, we have tuberculosis, but we must tell them that polio is not finished, so that we can continue to keep up the good work. We must tell to the traditional leaders, to the religious leaders, to parents, and all opinion leaders, that we must continue the job, that polio is not finished. It's very important because a good many people think that Africa is certified from polio eradication, so the goal is has been reached. No, it's very important to take how do you say, to make our dream alive and continue the work. That's what we do in the field in Africa. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Dr. Dafer.
Yes, Nicola, thank you very much. First, I want to thank our friend Daniel for a very interesting presentation. It was give us a chance to think together. My concern, Daniel, is after all this long time of struggle with polio, the Rotary Foundation. I mean, Rotary cannot. I agree with some of the speakers before me that we cannot do it by ourselves, no matter what. I think I also agree with the lady who just talked that the governments needs to play another bigger role. Governments are not supposed to just watch us do all this hustle and work hard, and they just sit looking at us, and we are the ones who do all the heavy duty work. Because it has taken, I believe it has taken too long, a long time till now. It's not a 1 day or 2 days, it's a lot of years. And because we have, as Rotary, we are responsible for even other important issues. As an example, like COVID-19 or whatever, there are so many other than that. But I'm saying we can't just stay all our life trying to solve solve polio by ourselves alone. We really need more strictness in this world. We need to, this has to be enforced, because as Afghanistan and Pakistan and whoever other countries, if they keep the level as it is a threat to the world, and all our good work all over the years goes for nothing. It's a lot of we'll talk about millions of dollars has been spent on polio. So it's a pity. I feel sad that all the effort that Rotary has been doing all these years goes for nothing, because of 1 or 2 countries that cannot control their polio in their place. We need to help them, we need to support them, but we need to do it fast. And even in Africa, there are a lot of, we have to go back to the data and make sure, as some of my friends mentioned, especially our friend Von Peter have said that maybe we don't have enough data to tell us what's going on. We need to make sure we have enough data. Maybe there are some spots in some countries which we are not seeing, and that's what will not help us to eradicate this very important disease, which is polio. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Hakan, now you are here, Hakan?
Yes, I am around.
Yes.
Well, Nicola, first of all, thank you very much to you for making this arrangement of this meeting. I find it very useful. Also, some thoughts are coming into picture, and then also that is helpful. Also, it's very nice that Daniel put such kind of a background going back to the history, but also it's very nice to see that Katerina, past Rotary International Director, is also becoming a part of it. Still, everybody is in the game. That is extremely important that, the team is working just to eradicate the polio. I'm going to look at also from the practical perspective. Of course, we all want for this polio to be eradicated, but there has to be some kind of hesitations or rejections when we start to bring the polio vaccinations. Therefore, I have one question that will help all of us when we face with such kind of a problem, where we face to hesitation or rejection of vaccination. Mainly, Daniel, I think that could be either yourself or mainly Nicola yourself, I don't know. How is Rotary International addressing the vaccination hesitancy and misinformation? Because there are also misinformation, and sometimes there's kind of a serious hesitations in communities where polio vaccination rates are low. Because as Peter said, there's going to be also in some countries, we have faced the problems. Therefore, there are a kind of rates are very low. And what specific initiatives are being undertaken to engage the local leaders? We consider all us around here as a kind of a local leaders. Therefore, what specific initiatives are being undertaken to engage Rotary leaders, local leaders, to educate public about importance of polio vaccination and achieving the goal of eradication. This is mainly the places that we are facing with the problems is about this hesitation or rejection. How could we solve this problem? That is my main concern as far as I see on the basis of explanations that we had now. Nicola,
Thank you, Hakan. That's very important question. So, but we will see, and we need to work on education and awareness building. That's important, you know, and scientific knowledge and education is important in overall fighting diseases and everything else. Bernard?
Thank you. Thank you, Nicola. Thank you, Daniel. It's great to be with you guys. Let me just come to three points. First, I'm going to tell a little story about Manila because I lived in the 70s in the Philippines. Then I, come to the point what Peter actually mentioned, the surrounding areas, clean water, etc. My third point is activity. But let me go back to my time in Manila. I arrived in 77 in Manila, and there is a district called Tondo. There are about 1 million people living on a garbage hill, and they had 37,000 cases a month in the Philippines. So, I was there, we did that. I became a Rotarian a couple of years later, and we helped the people. And what did we? We informed, we educated, we definitely told them what to do and what not to do, and helped them really to do that on a hands-on basis. And Rotarians were spreading out and were educating the families, the kids. As you rightly said, Hakan, this is very, very important in all different parts of the world. Independent from religious or from non-religious areas, information, education is one of the key to do that. I come to my second point, what Peter actually said, but consider that. If a country, let's say, having about 200 million people right now, if they grow by 2.5% net each year, it takes them 25 years to double population. So if a country has about, let's say, 200 million, there will be in 25 years, 400 million. So there's a lot of, dynamic in healthcare, and a lot of stuff and a lot of money goes into that to avoid that. So we have to consider also this kind of situation worldwide. And my third point is action. Since Daniel mentioned that I'm a veteran of the polio, belonging to the polio team, yes. And I have been doing that for many, many years because this is my 6th club right now in Austria. And in all the 6 clubs, we did a lot for polio. And I tell you one thing, if you ask people to spend $10 a month, they wouldn't probably do that. Maybe they do that. But what I learned all over the world, I lived in the States, I lived in Asia, and right now I'm back in Europe. I think the most important thing is to do projects. As we did probably, it's a year ago with a trip through Europe with project. We did that in the United States. We did that in also in Asia. We created projects where we involved not only the Rotarians, but also people from the road, from the street. We told them what the whole thing is really all about. And I know some European countries are very tired already of spending or giving money for polio because, they're not doing it. Simply, they're not doing it. I know that from my district and other districts also, so there is no more polio. Of course not for them, but it is. But my point is to do really great projects, involve everyone. It takes a bit of work, but it actually pays out. And, my point is also on the 24th of October is the district governors planning something. We had an REI meeting today where we got the numbers. We achieved the 50 million basically again. And the DDF was increased a little bit. The cash increased a little bit, but it's not enough. That's what I'm going to tell everyone right now. And do projects, do fun projects, involve the people from the street and tell them what we are actually doing. And this is happening not enough in my mind here in Europe. It's better done somewhere else in the world, but That's my point. Take action, get out and tell everyone.
Thank you, Bernard. Thank you. My classmate, Past District Governor Florin from Romania, once again, I want to thank him because this morning he donated to End Polio Fund in honor of this event tonight. So thank you, Florin, and the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Nicola, and thank you for your invitation. Yes, we must encourage the donation, and I think my idea is we can spread more storytelling of our Rotarian who were involved in this project long times ago, like Bernhard, or we have a lot of Rotarian who were in Africa, everywhere in the world to encourage the vaccines and to end polio. But my question is, what are the challenges in achieving complete eradication? Thank you very much.
Thank you, Florin. There are no raised hands, but I have two persons to ask for some. Oh yes, my colleague and Polio Now coordinator Veronica, please.
Thank you very much, Nicholas, for organizing this so great meeting, and thank you for your questions. I would just add a suggestion. That Rotary International should pursue to focus on innovation. New tools like geospatial systems that permit to have on real-time maps where the vaccination are conducted and where exactly children are or are not vaccinated. There are new mobile apps that detect fake news, fake information, and they are used in Democratic Republic of Congo with youngs that use social media and that immediately detect fake news and immediately give the correct news. There is a new mobile application in Nigeria, Planfeld, that permits to have in 3 hours all the data and the real data, good data that you can use from all the vaccination conducted instead of 3 full days when it was in paper. So just a few propositions that to change somehow our minds and to focus on young generation, on new tools, and use everything that innovation can help to go further, faster, and better, and maybe at lower cost. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Before giving floor to Daniel again for closing remarks, I will ask Terry, my colleague and Polio Now coordinator Terry, to he is keeping us warm every week and collecting all necessary information about Polio Now all around the world. And he is our database, and he is our information channel, and he is sharing the true news. So Terry, just a short message for us.
Nicola, there is a hand raised from May, DGN May from District 2452. She raised her hand.
I will give the floor. I didn't see that, but yeah, I will give Terry, please.
Yeah, Nicola, thank you very much. Great meeting. I would just say that we should, in addition to the history that we went through, which was great, we also need to keep in mind all of the amazing things that we've already accomplished. Over 21 million children are walking today that would not be walking if it was not for this program. And we've reduced the number of cases by 99.99%. I know that this group is so focused on getting to the 0 cases, which I think is critical. But I think also keeping in mind the laboratories that we've built and all of the things that we've done for other diseases. We've loaned all of our people to other outbreaks and accomplish so much more than just polio. So I would keep that in mind in addition to everything else that's been said. Thank you very much.
Thank you, and thank you for everything you are doing from week to week. Yeah, sorry, May. Sorry, May, I didn't saw your hand. So please, floor is yours. After that, past director Katerina, I also wanted to ask you to say something, but now you are raising hand. And finally, we are going back to Daniel. So May, please.
Thank you, Nicola, and thank you for this wonderful meeting. I just have one brief question because in my district we have an emergency. Daniel mentioned that we have few cases in Gaza, and 2 days ago we had one dead child. So I don't know if Rotary can take any action to provide the vaccines because they are lacking the vaccines to give to the children, and the children are getting, we are having the polio back again in this area because of what they are. I don't know if Rotary can take any action. Thank you.
May I answer that? Because there was a Nicola, we actually discussed that today in the Gaza Strip. The Rotary is actually waiting until, they get a free access to all the people, because it's still too dangerous according to Rotary. So they're actually preparing. Mike McGovern is going to go there with a couple of guys if it's kind of safe. That's what the latest information was. And then Marie, you were also there. Mary, Iran, you heard that also. So they're really trying to do something, but they are careful.
Thank you, Bernard. Past Director Katarina, thank you very much for joining us this evening. And it's very important to have our senior leaders present on every occasion. So you are keeping us in the right direction, Katarina, with all activities that you are doing with us. So thank you very much for joining us. Please, floor is yours.
Thank you, Nicola, for organizing this, and a big thank you also to Director Daniel for the excellent presentation. I'm going to speak in my capacity of RI President representative to Afghanistan, one of our two endemic countries. Rotarians of Afghanistan are completely isolated from all the polio efforts and the polio eradication efforts, despite that we have asked RI to involve them in this process. I suggest that we have a call specific for Afghanistan and Pakistan with the participation of RI staff, and then to see what we can do and have an active participation of Rotarians in Afghanistan as well in all our eradication efforts. Thank you so much. Thank you for organizing again these meetings. Thank you.
Thank you, Katerina. Yeah, it's very important that you mentioned Afghanistan. It's also the front of our fight. And Mubasher, did you raise your hand? Shortly, please be quick. Unmute yourself, please.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate today's effort. You organized a good seminar and Zoom meeting, but I suggest Rotary should provide more funds to organize World Polio Day events in Pakistan and Afghanistan. It's very necessary.
Yes.
It's very necessary in Pakistan. Rotary clubs organize World Polio Day events in every city. And Rotary should provide more funds.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Daniel, some closing remarks from your side?
Yeah, so again, many thanks. And what I have seen in the last 30 or 40 minutes, it was a very interesting exchange of ideas. And there were a few interesting questions. What I suggest is that those who addressed questions, and I remember a very interesting question of Hakan, another from of Florin Marginan, and there were some others too. And maybe the other participants have questions. I suggest to send those questions to Nicola, and they will be answered either by the End Polio Now coordinators or Rotary staff or other experts, but it will be a great plus of these Polio Talks, Nicola, if we provide informative answers for the participants. So I encourage you to place these questions, maybe immediately after this meeting or tomorrow, to be fresh, and there will be informed answers for all the questions. It's not only about questions and answering them. I also heard a very good call to action made by past director Caterina Kotsali-Papadimitrou. And I think this is a very good step forward to organize a meeting with our colleagues from Pakistan and Afghanistan, having together with us Rotary staff who are relevant for this topic and other experts, and see what can be done there to end polio as quick as possible. And yeah, this was underlined also by our colleagues from Pakistan. So questions, answers to questions, and actions. It will be a great outcome of this first polio talk. And I am sure that the next ones will be even more successful. Thank you so much, Nicola, for your initiative. And thank you to all the participants for joining this polio talk.
Thank you, Rotary Director Daniel. Also, you can see the QR code. If you want to donate now to Polio Fund, you can use your phone and make a photo of this QR code and donate now for End Polio Now in the honor of this event and in the honor of our global fight for ending polio. This is just the first in line of events, and we call that Polio Talks, and it's open to everybody. It's open to everybody, not just for participating, but also for discussion and also to be a presenter and a speaker. And some of you are already invited to be a panelist or speaker. Some of you will be invited, but I hope that it will bring us new discussion and new opportunities and new ideas for activities, for activism, for ending polio. Thank you all. Please send any questions, any comments, any ideas. This is a joint effort. It's not a personal event, it's our event. So I'm ready to share this event with everybody that are willing to work on awareness building on polio eradication inside the Rotary and also in the general public. Thank you very much, and see you next month.
Bye.
Thank you, Nicola.
Bye-bye.